good fortune of going after both the faculty and the students because so much of what I'm going to say is very complementary to what you've already heard. So I have, as well as my staff, we have a very vested interest in the success of our students. It's personal for us, as you'll see in just a moment. I'm really going to walk you through some of the success stories that have come out of my office. And what's interesting, I heard Angel Rivera, Professor Rivera, he mentioned two students, Albert and Alex, and both of those students work very closely with my office as well. So it really is a collaborative effort here at UC. What I'm going to be showing you is a presentation that can actually be found right on our website, which is utica.edu/career-services. As for the next year or so, you start to make these very important decisions about where you would like to go. I would encourage you to not just go on the school's websites, which I know you already will be doing or have done, but I would also encourage you to go on the Career Services Department websites as well and get a sense of what kind of support services are going to be available to you in each of the schools that you might be thinking about attending. But as I mentioned, the presentation is located right on our website. It's right on the homepage. It's the PowerPoint called Services Offered. I would also like to say we have a link to our Parents Guide. And this is specifically intended for you, parents, to take a look at what we offer in career services and the ways in which parents of our UC students have said that they like to keep their students sort of on track and informed career developmentally over the 4 years that they're here. So this actually comes from real parental feedback from our college community. This is available online. If you happen to take a tour, my office is actually located upstairs on the second floor of this building. As you walk on by, these forms, these documents are available as hard copies too, so you can just grab one as you go by. We eventually have this philosophy in my office is that it takes a village to raise a student, right? We work very collaboratively with the faculty members, as I'll talk about in just a moment. We work with the students, we work with employers, we work with alumni. We generally prefer it when alumni also serve as our employers. And you'll see in just a moment the events that we have where we work with them. We work with other staff on campus, and the whole point of this is to make sure that we're providing highly customized, personalized services and resources to you as a student. About half of my job is still direct student contact, and I will never give that up. And I don't have to, because in a college that's this small, I don't have to only focus my job on administration. I love that part of my job too. But it's the students that really make me come, to work every day feeling like I'm making a real difference. Here is just a sense of the kinds of things that we do. All right. You'll also notice some blue and gold asterisks. Blue means that the services and the resources about which I'm speaking are available to alumni and students, of course, but to alumni within 5 years of graduation. So once you graduate, you can still have access to the resources here at UC. We don't just cut the collegiate cord and say you're on your own, okay? And then gold means that there are services and resources that are going to be available for you for your lifetime. So career counseling, this really is the bread and butter of what we do. And I've got some stats here, if you will. In career counseling appointments, we can talk about anything. We can have the student that comes in, like I said, that has no idea what he or she wants to do, and that's perfectly fine by me. It's encouraged, doesn't matter fact. They have to sit down. Sometimes there are tears, and that's okay. I always keep a box of tissues in my office because it can feel like a lot of pressure. And I'm not here to apply more pressure than you might already have, right? In your first year, especially of college. I'm here to help you relax, look at possibilities, and then start to make some decisions in a year or two, and that's okay. So career exploration is a big part of that. We can help you get to know who you are as a person through our career assessments. We have 2 people in my office that are Myers-Briggs Type Indicator certified, which is essentially a personality assessment that helps you understand who you are and what you're really good at, personally and professionally. We can also give you, if you come in for more concrete applied information, you might say, you know what, I'd really like to, I'm going to pick on Austin. I'd really like to become a computer forensics examiner. What does that mean? Where can I find a job in the area? What does that pay? What are the standards of living for areas that have those jobs? I can give you that data. So it's a little bit of mix of counseling and then delivering you the data that you need to start to make those informed decisions. Because a lot of the students that come in, they say, well, how much does this career pay? Or how much does that career pay? piece, of course, of making a decision, but through our career counseling appointments, I can let you know that it's not the only thing that you should be thinking about. Additionally, we provide mock interviews. We will help you if graduate school is in your future. We will help you with the application process from start to finish. So it could be helping you figure out which school is right for you, which program is right for you. It could be understanding the application process. You know, so which tests do I have to take to get into graduate school? Help me with my personal statement. I'm not sure what to write. We can help you with all of that. We now want every single UC student to have a really positive professional online presence. And that typically means LinkedIn. And we provide LinkedIn workshops, help you understand how to network on LinkedIn so you can start to get those jobs, those internships, and build your networking connection and your networking community so you can share professional information and ultimately, again, move you towards that path of success. We provide almost 1,000 document critiques every single year. Most of those are going to be resumes, cover letters, personal statements. It's a good source of pride for us because we do so many, and we have a very high rate of resume conversion to interview invitations. So about 98% of students who were surveyed gave our counselors a 5 out of 5 satisfaction rating on the services that we provided. So again, it's a really good source of pride for us that we are giving those highly personalized services and students really value them. We have one called Focus, which really matches your skills, your values, your interests, your personality, your leisure interests, and then it will take that information and then provide to you a list of careers that could be a possible fit. And then it's our job as career counselors to really explain to you why that fit is possible and why those careers popped up so you can start to make those informed decisions based on what you now know about yourself. And then last year we had about 500 students take Focus, as you'll see. Once you have a year under your belt, hopefully at UC, everything from high school tends to drop off the resume and you have to replace it with college information. We'll see a series of networking nights that we coordinate. We invite employers to come in onto the campus, most of whom are alumni, and they speak to students about what it means to work in that professional field. So we have one for accounting, management, construction management, biochem, etc. And we work very closely with the faculty members to make sure that the students know about those as well. But the whole idea, part of your UC experience is to be interacting with UC alumni. And the nice part about that too is that the more people you know and the more people that know you in return, the easier time you're going to have with finding that job or internship because you already know people in the field or in organizations that interest you. And the whole idea is from your very first year, we have programming and resources and services just for you all the way up to your senior year. But it really is special when you get to actually meet the person that might be in charge of hiring for that organization. So you can make that really positive first impression. And you're not alone. You don't have to go to these events, I should say, and have no idea what you're doing. We'll provide you with tutorials or career counseling appointments to make sure you know and have the confidence to walk up to somebody for the first time that you don't know, shake hands, and start to make that introduction of yourself. This can happen, believe it or not, in your first year too. So I don't want you thinking, you know what, Lena, this is 4 years away from me, 5 years, right, away from me. I don't have to worry about that just yet. We have events like the networking nights, which happens to be this picture down here. We have first and second year students going to those events because it's part of career exploration. You might kind of think, maybe a career management could be right for me. I'm not quite sure. Let me jump to this event and take a look at it. So these are real opportunities for you as students, and these things might not happen unless you take the initiative and get up the courage, and we can help you with that, to going to these events and actually meeting these people. We have this hashtag that we called UC My Success. So I would welcome you guys to follow us on Twitter. It's @UC Career Service, no S. But one of the hashtags that we really like to feature as students happens to be this one. So I just pulled up a few. And again, this is very personal for me. Some of these students I've been working with for 4 years. And to see them be successful just warms the heart just a bit. So here we've got a nursing grad. She's going to be graduating this year. This is actually a great story. So this young man, his name is Jonathan. He came in and he said that I kind of want to work in HR. I'm not quite sure. So why don't you set you up with a volunteer or an internship opportunity in ConMed, which is a medical device corporation. This young lady, Stephanie, she became an actuarial trainee for a local, actually regional, I should say, risk management insurance company. And so it's called Preferred Mutual, by the way. And she is now also a full-time employee there. So this is an example of a student that was in my office, I would say, on a weekly basis. And sometimes it was just to say, hey, how you doing, Polina? Other times it was to help him with applying to different internships or residencies. You heard Sean Malta mention about physical therapy residencies. So that's what he's working on right now. He's trying to get into the residency before moving on to the professional world. But he was successful in getting an internship with the Kansas City Chiefs. And I think the smile kind of says it all. He was so proud of that moment. I literally saw him running to my office so he could tell me the good news. So those are the moments that again, make my job really, really worth it. And what's so cool about both Sarah and Linda, who's our administrative assistant, is that we don't just live and breathe career services. I mean, we do. But we also are very engaged in the community and the UC community. So, I mean, for me personally, I heard George mention the WIND Awards. I mean, we were actually all very fortunate to receive WIND Awards, or the Possibility Thinker Awards, because the students know us. And if we're only operating in career services, the only students that are going to know us are the ones that, solicit assistance from us. And that's good, but we want to know the whole campus. So we advise student organizations, we serve on committees and task forces, and we find ways that we can continue our direct interaction with students. Because I can't do my work unless I know who you are as a person. That's the way it works in my office. So I really look forward to getting to know you if you should choose to come here. And if you have any questions, I think I've got T-minus 10 seconds. In that period of time, if you want to come by me and ask a question, that's fine. If not, you can reach me via email, careerservices@utica.edu. Shoot me an email. I'm very responsive via email. I'll send you a reply back with